You're lying in bed. It's 2 a.m. and you're thinking about them again. The person who lied to you, who ignored you when you needed them most, who made you feel small, who left. And your brain knows this. Your brain remembers every reason you should have moved on by now, but your chest doesn't care. Your chest is telling you something else entirely. It's telling you that you miss them, not the real version of them, the version you invented, the one who existed in the good moments, the one who made you laugh that one time, the one who said your name in a way that felt like home. And now you're angry at yourself, because how can you miss someone who hurt you? How can you want someone back who clearly didn't want you? How can your body betray your logic like this? You tell yourself to stop. You tell yourself it's pathetic. You tell yourself you're stronger than this. But every notification still makes your heart jump. Every song still brings them back. Every place you used to go together still feels haunted. And the worst part? You don't even like them anymore. You just miss the feeling of being wanted. Even if it was temporary, even if it was fake, even if it was killing you slowly. Here's what nobody tells you. Your brain isn't broken. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's running an old program, a survival program, and you've been confusing it with love. Let me explain. When you first met them, your brain released dopamine, not because they were good for you, but because they were new, unpredictable, exciting. Every text was a variable reward. Sometimes they responded immediately. Sometimes they left you on read for hours. Sometimes they were warm. Sometimes they were cold. And your brain became addicted to the uncertainty, because uncertainty is the most powerful drug your nervous system knows. It's the same mechanism that makes people pull slot machine levers, the same reason you refresh social media, the same reason you can't stop checking if they viewed your story. Your brain doesn't want consistency. Your brain wants to solve the puzzle, and they made themselves a puzzle. So every time they gave you attention, your dopamine spiked. Every time they pulled away, you went into withdrawal, and withdrawal doesn't feel like indifference. Withdrawal feels like desperation, like you need them to survive. But here's the truth, you were never addicted to them. You were addicted to the dopamine loop they created. The anticipation, the chase, the moment they finally answered, the relief. And when they left, your brain didn't just lose a person, it lost its drug. So now you're in withdrawal, and withdrawal makes you remember only the highs. It erases the lows. It convinces you that if you could just get them back, everything would be okay. But it's a lie, because the version of them you're missing never existed. What you're missing is the feeling of being chosen. Even though you were never really chosen, you were just an option, a variable reward, a dopamine dispenser. And this is where it gets cruel. The healthier someone treats you, the less addictive they feel. Because healthy love is predictable. It's consistent, it's safe, and your brain has been trained to associate safety with boredom. So the person who texts you back every time feels boring. The person who shows up feels boring. The person who actually respects you feels boring. And the person who breadcrumbs you feels electric. This is the trap. You're not healing from a breakup. You're detoxing from a drug. And every time you check their profile, you're taking a hit. Every time you replay the good memories, you're feeding the addiction. Every time you imagine them coming back, you're delaying your recovery, because your brain doesn't want to let go. Your brain wants to solve the puzzle. It wants to win them back. It wants to prove that you were good enough. But you can't win a game that was rigged from the start. So what do? You stop treating this like a breakup, and you start treating it like an addiction. You don't negotiate with withdrawal. You don't try to understand it. You don't try to make it comfortable. You just endure it. You block them. Not because you hate them, but because you're protecting your dopamine receptors. You delete the photos, not because the memories were fake, but because your brain is using them as a drug. You stop checking their social media, not because you don't care, but because every click is a relapse. And here's what happens when you finally go cold turkey. The first few days are hell. Your chest feels tight. Your thoughts spiral. You convince yourself that you made a mistake, that maybe they weren't that bad, that maybe you overreacted. This is withdrawal talking, not truth. Then slowly, the fog starts to lift. You start remembering the bad parts, not just the good ones. You start seeing the pattern, how they only reached out when they were bored, how they only cared when you started pulling away, how they never actually chose you. They just kept you close enough to stay an option. And one day you wake up and you don't think about them first thing in the morning. One day you see their name and your heart doesn't jump. One day someone new shows up, someone consistent, someone safe, and it doesn't feel boring, it feels like relief because you've rewired your brain. You've taught it that love isn't supposed to hurt, that attention isn't supposed to feel like a prize, that being chosen isn't supposed to feel like winning the lottery. It's supposed to feel like coming home. But here's the thing, you can't shortcut this process. You can't think your way out of it. You can't logic your way past withdrawal. You can only feel it and keep moving anyway. You can only accept that your brain is going to lie to you for a while, that it's going to tell you that you need them, that life was better with them, that you'll never feel that way again. And you have to let those thoughts pass without acting on them, without feeding them, without believing them. Because the version of you on the other side of this, the one who's fully detoxed, that version doesn't miss them. That version is grateful they left. That version looks back and wonders how they tolerated it for so long. But you can't skip to that version. You have to become that version. One day at a time, one craving at a time, one moment of not reaching out at a time. So if you're lying in bed right now, thinking about them, missing them, hating yourself for missing them, just know this, your brain isn't weak, it's just running an old program. And you're the only one who can rewrite it, not by fighting the thoughts, but by choosing different actions, not by forgetting them faster, but by remembering why you left, not by finding someone new to fill the void, but by learning to sit with the void until it doesn't scare you anymore. Because the void isn't empty, it's full of the person you are becoming. The question is, are you willing to stay there long enough to meet them?